there, you're watching Primetime News on TV1. For the News First team, I'm Dasani Athada. Let's start off with a look at tonight's headlines.
Muslim ministers, deputy ministers and state ministers resign. Azad Salih and MLA M Hizbullah resign from position of governor. Ratana Thero concludes his fast. Thero admitted to the hospital. Discussions between Prime Minister and opposition leader. Elections Commission informs court they will be ready to hold provincial council elections if court issues an order.
All ministers, deputy ministers and state ministers representing the Muslim community have decided to resign from their portfolios. This was announced at a media briefing held at Temple Trees today.
Following many rounds of discussions held today, ministers, deputy ministers and state ministers representing the Muslim community convened a media briefing at Temple Trees. Rishad Bathiuddin, Kabir Hashim from the UNP and MHL Halim attended the media briefing.
We held a long discussion with our fellow ministers and the Prime Minister. All of the ministers, deputy ministers and state ministers representing the Muslim community have decided to step down from their positions. Especially, we want to recreate peace and reconciliation in this country and hold a proper investigation into these allegations that are being made. We hope and request that these allegations will be forwarded to the CID and for a decision on the matter to be made in at least a month. Also, we should ensure national security. We, together with our people, have provided all the support for this. We are disgusted as to how the government has been acting during certain incidents that disturb the peace in the country. Although we have resigned from our ministerial portfolios, we will not do anything that will weaken this government. We will function as backbench MPs in the government. We hope that this government will provide the same security to the people that we represent. We do not think that we will be able to find a solution to this issue through a parliamentary select committee. If someone is found to be guilty of a crime, he can be punished in any way. We have no issues with that.
If the
investigations into these incidents are being influenced, or if certain positions are being used to prevent the arrest of certain suspects involved in these terror attacks, then we thought it is our responsibility to support these investigations. So by resigning from our ministerial portfolios, we have given space to the army, the police, intelligence units and the CID to conduct all investigations into these incidents and conduct these investigations thoroughly within a month. We will create the environment for legal action to be taken against anyone who is responsible for these.
Governor of the Eastern Province MLA Hizbullah and Governor of the Western Province Azad Salih resigned from their respective positions this afternoon.
Governor of the Eastern Province MLA Hizbullah and Governor of the Western Province Azad Salih had tendered their letters of resignation to President Maithripala Sirisena this afternoon. Secretary to the President, Uday R. Senaviratne, stated that President Sirisena had accepted their letters of resignation. Subsequently, MLA Hizbullah, who left the Presidential Secretariat at around 1 p.m. today, expressed the following views to the media.
We discussed the matter with the President, and Azad Salih and I handed over our letters of resignation. The President accepted it as well. I requested the President to commence an investigation against me immediately. I requested him to investigate all campaigns against me and to put out a report in this regard. I am not involved in any way. However, if there is any issue or if I am found guilty, I am prepared to accept any punishment. I will inform the President that I will continue as a member of the SLFP. There is no issue with that.
Venerable Athuraliye Ratanathera concluded his fast opposite the Temple of the Sacred Tooth Relic following the submissions of the resignations of the two governors. Governor of the Central Province, President's Council Maithri Gunaratne, who arrived at the premises of the Temple of the Sacred Tooth Relic, informed Venerable Athuraliya Ratanathera of the resignations. The Venerable Thera then informed that he wouldn't conclude the strike until he receives written confirmation of the resignation. Accordingly, Governor Maithri Gunaratne handed the written resignations that were submitted to Venerable Athuraliya Ratanathera at 3 p.m.
I believe that this is genuine, therefore I believe it. The President can't remove Minister Rishad Badiuddin. I believe that the Prime Minister will take a decision about that. If not, we will take steps to collectively take a decision about this in Parliament.
Afterwards, Venerable Athuraliya Ratanathera was taken to the Kandy General Hospital in an ambulance. MP S.V. Alendran ended the fast that he carried out in Batiklo earlier today.
The MP began the fast to express support to MP Venerable Athuraliya Ratanathera, who carried out a hunger strike before the Temple of the Sacred Tooth Relic in Kandy. The Mahasangha was also present when the parliamentarian concluded his fast.
Leader of the opposition Mahinda Rajapaksa and Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe held a meeting at the Temple Trees at around 9:30 this morning.
The Prime Minister was joined by Minister Mangala Samaraweera and Non-Cabinet Minister Harsha De Silva. MP Zudega Manpila, Dinesh Gunawardena, Bandula Gunawardena, Susil Premajayanta and Gamini Lokuge joined the discussion with the opposition leader. Several other state sector officials, including the Governor of the Central Bank, Dr. Indrajit Kumaraswamy, also participated in the discussions. The following were the views expressed during the meeting regarding Venerable Athuraliya Ratanathera's Satyagraha campaign. Thereafter, the discussion between both parties commenced. The discussion was not open to the media.
Our discussion covered a few topics. Venerable Athurali Ratanathero's problem, then the economic situation of the country, the terror attacks, the tourism industry and other sectors, about the reliefs that need to be provided to the banking sector, and we also discussed about the people who were wounded as a result of the April 21st attacks. I did a special introduction on the relief packages given to certain sectors in the aftermath of the April 21st terror attacks. Taking into consideration certain facts pointed out by the opposition leader, I will present a special report in Parliament.
අංග සම්පූර්ණ ප්‍රකාශයක් කරන්නට බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා.
I believe they did accept it. We had a cordial discussion and we cordially dispersed following the meeting.
ඉතාමත්ම සුහදව විසිරී ගියා.
This is how you have to function as a country. We may have differences in our political views, but the government and the opposition needs to hold discussions like this and solve the problems of this country. In all honesty, I am very happy about the discussion we had today.
Following discussions with the Prime Minister, the opposition leader Mahinda Rajapaksa returned to his office.
The opposition leader commends the Dukkannarala program at his office, which focuses on people who have been impacted by political affairs and other problems faced by the people. 2 ministers have been assigned to look into the issues brought by the people on a daily basis under this program. I came here after meeting the Prime Minister. We presented the grievances we received. We requested the concessions to be given to them in that regard. They showed us most of the things they have prepared as the government. Not only about that, we discussed about Ratanathero's issue as well. We are hoping to speak to the President regarding this as well. We were not told about that, were we? We can only present the issues of the people. We watched an incredible drama today. It's a drama that we used to watch in the past several years ago. The title of this drama is Ambayaluo, in other words, Mango Friends. So today's drama is its second edition. This drama features Ranil Wickremesinghe and Mahinda Rajapaksa. The duo met and held discussions today. Is it for the sake of the country or the general public? No. When there is a force that poses some form of threat to their powers, both of them remember each other. We remember in the past how the group led by Mahinda Rajapaksa carpeted the road opposite Sirikota when Ranil Wickremesinghe's powers were being challenged. In the recent past, we also witnessed the attempts made by Ranil Wickremesinghe to provide a bulletproof vehicle to Mahinda Rajapaksa for his protection. This is how their politics operate. We believe that in Sri Lanka, the main factor that blocks a new political party, a political campaign or a new leader within a party from coming forward is the Ranil Wickremesinghe and the Mahinda Rajapaksa factor. There are new developments, new political forces coming forward in Sri Lanka. People are in search for a new political culture. Against such a backdrop, Ranil Wickremesinghe and Mahinda Rajapaksa join hands. As witnessed in the past, the Wickremesinghe and Rajapaksa duo joining hands will only destroy the country and not develop it. We've been in the dark for too long and we've been witnessing this magic for too long.
එනිසා අපි ජනතාවට කියනවා මේ ඇස් බැඳුම මේ මායාව මේ මැජික් එක අපි බලන් හිටිය ඇති.
Archbishop of Colombo, His Eminence Malcolm Cardinal Ranjit expressed the following views in Kandy this morning.
The governance of this country has been handed over to political leaders for a period of 5 to 6 years, and these leaders have not inherited or given ownership of the country and assets in any way. This country belongs to the people. Therefore, it is foolish to give our country away to various forces without the consent of the people. We do not approve such leaders destabilizing the country by continuing to remain in such powerful positions.
අස්ථාවර කිරීමේ වැඩපිළිවෙලට සම්බන්ධ වෙන එක අපි අනුමත කරන්නේ නැහැ කොහොමද?
What will be the political stance of the United People's Freedom Alliance? These are the views expressed by General Secretary of the UPFA, Mahinda Amaravira.
No, we are not in the national government, are we? We are in the opposition. Now the government must sort out their problems. We cannot get involved in the government's issues. No, We will not go into a national government in any case. We have no such plans. We will function as opposition MPs.
The National Elections Commission informed the Court of Appeal today if an order is made, it is prepared to call for the Provincial Council elections, disregarding the delimitation process. President's Counsel Udita Ihalaheva made the announcement appearing for the NEC when the petition filed by former Chief Minister of the North Central Province S.M. Ranjith and former Chief Minister of the Sabaragamuwa Province Mahipala Herath were taken up today. The petitions were taken up in the presence of President of the Court of Appeal Yasantha Kodaguda and Justice Arjuna Obesekara. The respondents in the petition are the National Elections Commission, its chairman Mahinda Deshapriya and several others. A petition filed by the Truth Seekers movement for an order to call for provincial council elections as soon as possible was postponed to the 17th of June by Supreme Court Justices Sisira Diabru, LTB Dahidenia and P. Padman Surasena. A media briefing was convened today to inform the progress made into the investigations of the 21st of April attacks.
The suspects arrested in connection with the April 21st attacks and the suspects arrested during subsequent raids and search operations and the suspects arrested in connection with the unrest that took place in the Northwestern Province and several other areas all tally to 2,299. 423 of the 2,299 were produced in court and have been detained. 211 suspects are currently held by police. There are 1,655 suspects who were produced before court and subsequently released on bail.
The 197th village constructed under the Samata Sevana housing program was vested with the public at an event attended by the deputy leader of the United National Party, Minister Sajith Premadasa.
We must protect our motherland. But my friends, we can never protect this country by setting alight shops and houses belonging to those from other religious groups. Those who want to come to power, even though not publicly, are behind the scenes, are the ones who are carrying out these things to come to power by destroying the country. My dear citizens, if you are true Buddhists, do not join this effort of lies and deceit. Do not even get involved. These people are trying to use this great division to bring their presidential and prime ministerial dreams to light. As the son of Ranasinghe Premadasa, as Sajith Premadasa, I would like to tell those who try to do so that I will not allow this to happen. Ranasinghe Premadasa ke puta hatiyata Sajith Premadasa me vyaprutiyata ida denne nahi කියන එක මම මේ අවස්ථාවේ වගකීමෙන් ප්‍රකාශ කරනවා. This village vested in the public by the minister was named as Senpati Suranimala village. The village, comprising of 24 houses, possesses all basic facilities including water, electricity and entry roads. 20.4 million rupees has been spent on the project. House ownership deeds, development plots of land worth 7.2 million rupees and housing loans worth 30 million rupees were distributed in line with the event. Following the event, the minister inspected the houses and inquired into their problems.
Lawyers today informed court that former Defence Secretary Gotabaya Rajapaksa, who is currently overseas, will remain overseas for longer.
President's counsel Ali Sabri, who appeared on behalf of the defence when the case regarding irregularities in the construction of the D.A. Rajapaksha Museum was taken up before the Special High Court trial at Bar, stated that the former Defence Secretary was overseas for some tests to be carried out on medical advice. Gotabaya Rajapaksa went overseas on the 24th of last month with the permission of the court. As per the Special High Court trial at Bar, whether the consideration of evidence put forward in the case against him and 7 others will take place on the 19th of next month as planned will be decided when the case is called. The court also ordered that the President's Counsel submit a report on medical advice regarding Mr. Rajapaksha's health.
மழை இல்லாம இருக்கு மிச்சம் கைத்தமாக இருக்கு பயிரெல்லாம் பதஞ்சு பூ பிஞ்சியோட காயோட அப்படியே பதஞ்சு மொழிஞ்சு போகுது.
இந்த விவசாய தொழில் நம்பி தான் செய்கிறோம். 2 மாதம் கூடி துப்புற மழை இல்லை. எங்களுக்கு குடிக்கிறதுக்கு தண்ணியும் இல்லை. எங்களோட மிருகங்கள் குடிக்கிறதுக்கு தண்ணியும் இல்லை.
The number of people who are suffering from the prevailing dry weather condition in many parts of the country have risen to 354,627. The biggest impact has been reported from the northern province.
Vavuniya, Jaffna, Mana, Kirinochi and Mullaitivu districts in the northern province have been affected by the dry weather conditions. 159,135 people have been affected in the northern province. 81,046 people have been affected in the eastern province and 51,209 people have been affected in the northwestern province. Nagamuttu Krishnamurthy, residing in Allatmadu Vakare Batiklo, earns a living through farming. He has managed to cultivate 8 acres of land this season, and he lost more than half of it after the eastern province was under severe dry weather conditions. Krishnamurthy, who is a father of 2, is now helpless without being able to retrieve the money he invested in cultivation. We were expecting rain. We have not received a single drop of water in 3 months. All the tanks have dried out. We don't know what to do. We have no life without these fields. The Batiklo district does not experience rain more than every 2 to 2.5 months. We had a little amount of water during the dry season. With the expectation of receiving rain, we started cultivating. Our crops are scorched due to these extreme heat weather conditions. We only have this stock of hay for us. More than 1,000 acres of paddy lands have been destroyed due to the dry weather conditions. These farmers are left miserable without even having access to clean drinking water for their cattle.
A very good evening to all our viewers. You are joining me, Azra Hassan, on Weather First. Let's now take a look at the weather forecast for the next few days. Now, the northern and the eastern part of the country are facing a severe dry weather condition, and due to this, the residents living in these areas are adversely affected by this prevailing weather condition. However, the Met Department says that the southwestern monsoon conditions have been established in the island. So, showers of about 100 to 150 millimeters can be expected in the Sabaragamuwa, central, western and the northwestern provinces, also in the Galle and Mathura districts. Heavy showers and strong winds can also be expected in these areas. Also, showers of about 75 millimeters can be expected in the eastern and also in the over provinces. Now, issuing advisory, the Met Department say that the sea area extending from Mana to Hambantota will be rough, and heavy showers and strong winds can be expected during this weather condition. And the Met Department requests the fishing community to be vigilant about this prevailing weather condition in the country.
The Batalegoda Paddy Research Institute says that the dry weather has been a cause for the increase of a worm infestation that is reported from several parts of the island. The chief researcher of the institute said that the 2 caterpillars belong to the same variety of the fall armyworm. He added that the worms can be seen especially during the morning hours and during the evening hours. If a large area has been destroyed by the worms, a recommended pesticide can be used to stop the crops being destroyed further. According to the institute, the pesticides that were recommended for the control of the fall armyworm can also be used for this particular caterpillar as well.
2 schoolgirls and a woman were knocked down by a lorry in Vallavaya along the Thanamalvila main road. The accident occurred at the pedestrian crossing opposite the Athilivava Mahavidyalaya.
Three students and an office assistant at the Athilivava Secondary School were admitted to the Vallavai Base Hospital today. The 2 injured girls are students of grade 11. One of the injured students and the office assistant were later transferred to the Monragala Hospital. The area residents staged a protest in the area, claiming that the officials have not carried out their duties. During the protest, the police intervened and removed the driver of the lorry from the location. The police later removed the lorry from the location.
Let's now take a look at international news in brief.